Hey guys, welcome back to Not So Basic Things. My name is Patrick, and today I am going to show you how to make what has become a holiday tradition in our house, and that is Gluhwein. Some of you may be going, what the heck is that? It is a phenomenal holiday drink. It's a mulled wine. It's full of unbelievable spices, and it's just the sort of thing that, especially if you're going out to get your Christmas tree or standing around a fire with friends, having a hot mug of Gluhwein in your hand, there's nothing better. In order to do this, you're going to need several things. You want to buy the cheapest red wine you can possibly find, and that's the reason why I'm using Carlo Rossi. No offense to those of you that may enjoy Carlo. I'm not saying it's bad wine, just that it's inexpensive. Several spices. You also need agave nectar or sugar, and then oranges, lemons, and limes. And that's pretty much it. Oh, one other thing. We typically add some alcohol in addition to this, like rum or brandy. It gives it just an extra little kick. So you'll need something like that as well. So with that, let's see how this goes. To start off here, we need to peel our citrus and get it in the pan. But you've got to decide how many you're going to make or what batch size you're going to make. One batch uses one of each of these. I'm multiplying this batch by 5, so we're going to use 5 of these, just 3 limes because that's all you really need. We don't have to go 5 of those. The one fruit you're going to juice, though, in addition to putting the peel in your stock pot, is the orange. I'm going to cut it half, juice it, then I'll peel it and throw it in the stock pot. Once I get these juiced, you can just take and cut these in half and then throw them in the pot. One thing to think about before you get going here is, unfortunately, you're going to end up with, especially if you make a batch the size of this one, you're going to end up with a lot of citrus left over. So the lemons and the limes, you don't use the juice. And the Gluhwein, we just use the rind. And so if you want to make lemonade, or if you want to make a lemon cake of some kind, now is a good time to do that. So a little planning ahead so that you can do something with this, probably not a bad idea. Otherwise, they go to waste, and that's kind of a shame. Okay, so once we get our citrus peel in the pot and the juice from the orange in there, we're going to add our other ingredients. So for the vanilla bean, we want to have the vanilla bean, and I generally like to just run my thumbnail down the center of this to get that good stuff in there. So we'll do that for all of the vanilla bean. Okay, now we're going to add our other spices. We'll start with star anise. This is kind of an interesting thing. So these are whole star anise. What good is that? I don't know. We're going to throw these in. 2, 4 cloves. 2, 4 cinnamon sticks. I'm going to add in a couple extras because these are short guys. We've got our nutmeg, sugar, and then water. Okay, so we are now going to turn this on to about medium heat. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to let it sit at a low boil for an hour. Now, when you get to 30 minutes, we're going to add some of the wine, and then we'll let it boil for the rest of the 30 minutes so we get a full hour of just reducing down all of the goodness that's going to come out of everything we just put in this pan. One other thing that I will mention, as this is simmering and doing its thing, you do want to stir it once in a while, just because a lot of the peel and stuff that's on top won't get the opportunity to cook and reduce down. So you want to kind of churn and stir it around once in a while just to make sure that everything is cooking evenly. Otherwise, now it's just time. That is what it looks like. All right, so we've been simmering for 30 minutes now, So we're going to go ahead and add some of our wine to the mixture. Pour that in, give it a stir. This is also usually the time that I get my jars out. We usually store this in mason jars, but you can also put this in wine bottles, and it actually stores quite well. So pick your poison on that one, but let's give this another 30 minutes. All right, guys, so that is an hour. At this point, you're going to pour the remainder of the wine into the mix here. So we're going to do that. Okay, you're going to bring this back up to a simmer, and if you're adding some liquor, rum or brandy or whatever, you'll add that at this time. So you don't want to let this go longer than about 5 minutes or so. The longer this simmers, the more alcohol that's going to cook off, so it's kind of up to you. I generally will pour everything in right now, let it go for about 5 minutes, just long enough to get a low simmer going, and then at that point I'm going to put it into my clean jars. Behind dinner here we've got lids and rings that are in hot boiling water. These have been sanitized. That's really, really important anytime you're canning anything that's going to be sitting on the shelf, otherwise it's guaranteed to go bad. And like I said, this keeps really well. I think the longest we've kept a jar of Gluhwein on the shelf was about 3 months, 2 to 3 months, and it was perfect. As always, if you've got any questions whatsoever, or hey, if you try this and you absolutely love it, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. This is one of our absolute favorite holiday drinks. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Take care.